Hello everyone, welcome to the world of anatomy. So let's start with the most basic and must know stuff that is upper limb, muscles, nerve supply and its actions. Okay, so let's have an overview of all the nerve supply of a particular region, and with a few exceptions we will discuss it one by one in each section, but here it is the overview. Okay, so first start with arm. Do you know the region of arm? It is from the shoulder joint to the elbow joint. It has two compartments, anterior compartment and posterior compartment. Both the compartments have muscles. The anterior compartment muscles are supplied by the musculocutaneous nerve. Okay? And the posterior compartment muscles are supplied by the radial nerve. Now, forearm. Forearm is the region from the elbow joint to the wrist joint. It also has two compartments. Anterior compartment muscles are supplied by the medial nerve and the posterior compartment muscles are supplied by radial nerve, which is same as that of the arm. Now, hand. Hand is the region that is distal to the wrist joint. Okay, it has many group of muscles, but here thenar and first and second limbricus are supplied by medial nerve. Okay, and rest all the muscles are supplied by ulnar nerve. We will keep it in mind. Okay, arm, anterior compartment, musculocutaneous nerve, posterior compartment, radial nerve. Forearm, anterior compartment, medial nerve, posterior compartment, radial nerve. Hand, thenar and first and second limbricus, medial nerve, rest all ulnar nerve. Now let's discuss it compartment wise, every muscle. Okay. So first we'll start with the arm anterior compartment. So how many muscles are there? There are three muscles in the anterior compartment of arm. First is biceps brachii, second is brachialis, and the third is coracobrachialis. We will learn it by the mnemonic BBC. B for biceps brachii, B for brachialis, and C for coracobrachialis. Now, let's identify these muscles. This is the biceps brachii. It has two heads. That's why its name is biceps. Okay. And brachii because it is the muscle of arm. Okay. Long head is inserted to the supraglenoid tubercle. Okay. And the short head is attached to the coracoid process. And here it is attached to the radial tuberosity through bicipital aponeurosis. Okay, this is the biceps brachii muscle. We have to identify this. Okay, and there is a small muscle here which is the brachialis. Okay, and the third muscle, it is also the smaller one, that is the coracobrachialis. As the name suggests, coraco means it is attached at one end at coracoid process, and the second brachialis means it is in the arm. Okay. Now, nerve supply, we all remember that anterior compartment of arm is supplied musculocutaneous nerve. Okay, but there is an exception, means brachialis muscle for its proprioception action. For its proprioception is supplied by radial nerve. That's why it is the hybrid muscle, brachialis. Rest all the muscles, musculocutaneous nerve, we already know, and brachialis also supplied by musculocutaneous nerve, but for proprioception, it is supplied by radial nerve. Okay. Now actions. All the muscles, same action. Flexion at the elbow joint and adduction at the shoulder joint. Okay. Complete. Now posterior compartment of arm. It is the easiest one. Okay. It has only one muscle, that is triceps brachii. Let's identify this. It has three heads. As the name suggests, triceps means three heads. One is medius, second is lateral, and the third is longus. Okay, three heads, and there is a tendon, and lastly, it gets attached to the olecranon process. Okay. Now, the nerve supply of the posterior compartment of arm, we all remember radial nerve, no exceptions. Okay, action, extension at the elbow joint, opposite of the anterior compartment. Okay, anterior compartment muscles, flexion at the elbow joint and adduction at the shoulder. And posterior compartment muscle extension at the elbow joint. Complete. Now let's move towards the forearm. Forearm, anterior compartment. These all are flexures. Okay. Forearm anterior compartment has three layers: superficial, intermediate, deep. Okay. So, first of all, superficial layer contains four muscles: flexure carpi ulnaris, palmaris longus, flexure carpi radialis, and pronator teres. Okay. Intermediate layer is the flexure digitorum superficialis, and the deep layer is flexure pollicis longus, flexure digitorum profundus, and pronator quadratus. Okay, so all the muscles of anterior compartment of forearm are supplied by the median nerve or branch of median nerve except flexure carpi ulnaris, which is supplied by the ulnar nerve, because the name itself says ulnaris means it is supplied by the ulnar nerve. And flexor digitorum profundus, deep, deeper one, is supplied by two nerves. One is the branch of median nerve, that is anterior interosseous nerve, and the other one is ulnar nerve. So it's also the hybrid muscle. Okay. So now, ulnaris, we all know ulnar nerve. Rest all the muscles are median nerve, and the deep layer muscles, that is pollicis longus, pronator quadratus, and FDP, are all supplied by anterior interosseous nerve, which is a branch of median nerve only. Okay, nerve supply clear. Now let's identify the muscles of forearm anterior compartment. First is the superficial layer. Okay, superficial layer. So here we see these are the muscles. We have learned it now. So this is the pronator teres. Pronator teres, this one. Okay. And this is the flexure carpi ulnaris on the ulnar side. Okay. And this is the palmaris longus. We will learn it by seeing the distal tendons. Okay. Here it is here in the palm, na? uh, just spread like a feather or something. So it is the palmaris longus. This is the flexure carpi ulnaris on ulnar side, and this is the flexure carpi radialis on radial side. These are the superficial four muscles: pronator teres, flexure carpi radialis, palmaris longus, and flexure carpi ulnaris. Now, intermediate one, as it is going to the phalanges. That's why it is the digitorum. Okay. So this is the flexure digitorum superficialis, as it is the intermediate layer muscle. Now deeper one, deep layer, flexure pollicis longus, and this is the flexure digitorum profundus. As it extends to the digits, so it is the digitorum, and it is in the deeper layer. That's why it is profundus. Okay. So flexure digitorum profundus, and this is going towards the thumb. That's why it is flexure pollicis longus, and the one more deeper one is the pronator quadratus. As it is the name suggests only, quadratus means it is a quadrangular muscle, and it is the pronator. Okay, we will identify these muscles on the diagram. Okay, now let's move towards the posterior compartment of forearm. The posterior compartment of forearm is also contains muscles in different layers. So first is the superficial layer. Superficial layer contains all these muscles. Okay, let's start. First is enconeus. Second is extensor carpi radialis longus. Third is extensor carpi radialis brevis. And the other one, extensor digitorum, extensor digiti minimi, extensor carpi ulnaris, and the brachioradialis. All these muscles are supplied by radial nerve. Okay, we all know now posterior compartment is supplied by radial nerve. And these four muscles It is extensor carpi radialis brevis, extensor digitorum, extensor digiti minimi, and extensor carpi ulnaris. These all are supplied by posterior interosseous nerve, and it is also the branch of radial nerve only. Okay. Now let's identify these muscles. First of all, brachioradialis. It is the most lateral one. Okay. This is the brachioradialis. Okay. And this is the extensor carpi radialis longus on the radial side. Okay. And this is the extensor carpi radialis brevis. Smaller one is the brevis and the longer one is longus. And extensor digitorum, it is going towards the digits now. So it is the extensor digitorum. And this is the one which is going towards the little finger. That's why it is the extensor digiti minimi. And on the ulnar side, this muscle is the extensor carpi ulnaris, and this is the smaller one is the anconius. All are the superficial layer muscles supplied by radial nerve, and the four that is extensor carpi radialis brevis, digitorum, digiti minimi, and carpi ulnaris are all supplied by posterior interosseous nerve. Now let's move towards the deeper layer of the posterior compartment of forearm. The deeper layer of forearm contains these five muscles. First is supinator, second is abductor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis, extensor indicis. These three muscles we can remember as the muscles of anatomical snuff. There is a mnemonic like this: AB, P, Le. Abe, P, Le. In Hindi, it's a mnemonic. X, P, P. X also have ring and X, P, Le. Okay, these are the muscles of anatomical snuff box. And now all these muscles are supplied by the posterior interosseous nerve, which is the nerve of posterior compartment, branch of radial nerve, which is the nerve of posterior compartment. Okay, let's identify these muscles. This muscle is the supinator, and this one is the abductor pollicis longus, and this is the extensor pollicis brevis, and this is the extensor indicis. It is going toward the index fingers. That's why it is the indicis. This is the pollicis longus. This is means extensor pollicis. This is the extensor pollicis brevis, and this is the abductor pollicis longus. Okay, this is the larger one. That's why extensor pollicis longus. This is the smaller one, extensor pollicis brevis, and this is the abductor pollicis longus. Okay. Now let's move towards hand. Hand has two types of muscles: extrinsic muscles and the intrinsic muscles. So, first of all, extrinsic muscles, which are coming from different compartments and uh, present in the hand also. Okay, but it's not the main origin is not in the hand. Okay, these are muscles of either mainly these are the muscles of forearm. Okay, so these muscles are the flexure muscles, extension muscles, which whose tendons are present in the hand. Okay, let's have a look to this only. There is a very few questions on this, so we have to understand the difference between extrinsic and intrinsic. That's it. Now, intrinsic muscles. These are the important ones. Okay, the intrinsic muscles are supplied in four groups: thenar, lumbricus, hypothenar, and the interossei. Okay, thenar muscles and hypothenar muscles. Let's learn it side by side. Okay, adductor pollicis. But only one extra is here is the adductor one. Okay. Rest all are the same. Opponens pollicis, opponens digiti minimi. Abductor pollicis brevis, abductor digiti minimi. Flexure pollicis brevis, flexure digiti minimi brevis. Okay. These three muscles are same, and the one extra is the adductor pollicis. Okay. Now lumbricals, first, second, third, fourth. So As we have learned in the first page that all the thenar muscles and first and second limbriacus are supplied by the median nerve, rest all the muscles are supplied by the ulnar nerve. There is one exception here, that is the adductor pollicis muscle is thenar muscle, but it is supplied by the ulnar nerve only. Okay. Rest all the muscles. Now we have learned name of muscles, thenar and hypothenar. Just same to same. Only one extra. Adductor pollicis, opponents, epiductor, flexor pollicis, same to same. Opponents digiti minimi, epiductor digiti minimi, flexor digiti minimi brevis, interossei, dorsal interossei and palmar interossei. We will learn it by a mnemonic called DAB and PAD. DAB means dorsal interossei, epiducts the fingers. Okay. D and AB means dorsal abducts the fingers and the palmar ones are adductors of fingers. Okay. Dorsal interossei are four in number and these are the bipinnate ones. And the palmar interossei are three in number and these are the unipinnate ones. Now, actions of each of these muscles we will learn, but the action of lumbriasis is the most important one. Let's see it here only. Okay. Just like we hold a P in our hand. So, this L is formed by flexion at the metacarpophalangeal joint and extension at interphalangeal joint. So, this is the L. So, it is the lumbriacus. Action of lumbriacus is making L. Okay, flexion at the metacarpophalangeal and extension at interphalangeal. Okay, confirm. Now let's identify these muscles. Thenar muscles. Okay, so thenar will learn like opponent's pollicis is the deeper one. Okay, opponent's muscles are the deeper one. So and adductor is adductor doesn't form the prominent part. Okay, we are left with flexor and abductor. As the name suggests, abductor is the outer one. So abductor pollicis brevis is the outer one, and flexor pollicis brevis is the inner one. And the one muscle that is the opponent's pollicis is the deeper one. Okay. Now same as these hypothenar muscles. Abductor is the outer one. Flexor is the inner one. Opponents is the deeper one. Okay. And there is a muscle, sometimes present, sometimes not, known as palmaris brevis. It is the outermost muscle, most superficial one. Okay. Now let's identify the lumbricals. These are the lumbricals. First and second lumbricals are unipinnate, and third, fourth lumbricals are bipinnate. These originate from the tendons of flexor digitorum profundus. Okay. Now let's identify interossei. Interossei we have learned. Palmar interossei are three in number generally, and these are unipinnate, and dorsal interossei are four in number, and these are bipinnate. Okay. Now one more most important question which is asked many times, that the palmar interossei middle finger lacks palmar interossei because its function is adduction, and middle finger doesn't want adduction. It is the most center one, so it doesn't want. So it doesn't have palmar interossei, and dorsal interossei are absent for the little finger and thumb. So that's it. We know the nerve supply already. Lumbrical, first and second lumbricals plus all the thenar muscles except the adductor pollicis are supplied by median nerve. Rest all the muscles are supplied by ulnar nerve. Thank you.